Today we're going to be making crispy onion rings, and here are the ingredients that we need. 1 cup of cold water. You're going to need, obviously, an onion, panko breadcrumbs. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of instant mashed potato. You're going to need cayenne pepper, and I have a little bit here. This is about 1/16 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This stuff is very hot. You're going to need 1/8 of a teaspoon of just regular black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of regular salt. You're going to need 1/4 cup of cornstarch and 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. So these are all the ingredients, so let's get started. You may have noticed that I didn't give an exact amount of breadcrumbs to use, and the reason being, it depends on your little bowl and how many you actually want to use. You can pour them in as you need them, but what you want to do is you want to take a shallow dish like this, I'm using a pie dish, and just spread them around. You want something that's wide, you know, and shallow, because it's going to be easier to bread our actual onion rings when we're at that stage. Okay, so I'm going to put these to the side for now, and so here are all our ingredients again. And what we're going to do, I'm going to remove the onion, so we're going to cut that after, and I'm going to start getting all of my stuff together in this bowl. So let's move all of this over here, and let's get all of our stuff incorporated. So I'm going to put in the flour, I'm going to get our cornstarch, I'm going to get the pepper, the salt, and our little bit of cayenne pepper. You can put in as little or as much cayenne pepper as you want. I don't really want it too hot, so I only put that much in. So there we go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the instant mashed potato and I'm going to put that in. And basically what this is it's just going to thicken this batter right up. Now you're going to take your cold water, we're going to get that in there, and we're going to give it a little stir. So basically the mashed potato, that instant mashed potato, it's acting as a thickening agent. So as it sits, this mixture will actually thicken up a little bit, and it will stick to our onion rings better than it would without it. If you don't have instant mashed potato, you can also add a little bit more flour. So we'll get all that mixed in like that. And now we're just going to put that to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my onion and I'm going to get that ready. You want about 1/4 inch thick. Alright, the next step is to have your breading station set up like this. So we've got the onion rings, the wet batter, and the panko breadcrumbs. So here's the process. We're going to take the onion rings, we're going to dip them into the wet batter, let them drain, and then they're going to go into the panko breadcrumbs. And then from there, they're going into the hot oil. We want the oil around 350 to 360 degrees. All right, so what you do is grab yourself an onion ring that is, place it in your batter, let it drain, put it in your panko breadcrumbs. You can just use your fingers, get all the breadcrumbs on your onion ring, flip it over, get a few more on the other side, and then lift it off and get it on your tray. Alright, the next step is to get them into the oil. So get yourself some tongs and then gently put your onion rings in. You don't want to put too many in at one time. There we go. And we'll just let those go until they're golden brown. If you notice that some of them aren't browning, you know, as well on one side, you can flip them over. These look pretty good. And we'll let those go a little bit longer. So you're talking about 2 to 3 minutes at around 350, 360 degrees. You want them nice and golden brown, but you don't want them burnt.
Now this is one recipe that I do, but I prefer another recipe, which is a recipe that I've been using for a long time, and that is more of a corn dog kind of batter. And I will make those in another video. And I will do those at parties, and they will just disappear faster than I can make them. And they're really good. A couple of bites, and you'll be sold on them. And I don't know anybody else who makes them. I've never seen them anywhere. It's just a little kind of thing that I started on my own, and boom, bada bing. They got popular, and I've been making them for 20-something years.
You just put them onto a cooling rack and let them drain. All I do is I take a paper bag from the grocery store and I just cut a little, you know, one side off and just pop it in there, and that seems to work really well. But there you can see how nice and golden brown these are, and these come out very crispy, and the reason why is because of the cornstarch that's in there. Alright, I'll throw a couple more in. Don't those look awesome?